Hey there folks, it's Yaken here from Trend Ground. So you are actually watching the full in-depth review for this OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite. Okay, now before we are going to start things off, okay, I have a small selfish request. If you're still new to the YouTube channel, please go ahead, subscribe, follow us on social media as well. Like this video, hit the notification bell, drop some comments, and once you have finished watching it, make sure to share it to your friends and families. Now that we have get it all done, let's get back to the review. Let's start off with the design first. Now, for the design element over here, this OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite uses a glass back cover over here. It's a glossy and reflective glass, which I don't really like. Now, the first thing I don't like is because you can see the fingerprint smudges is easily to build up, okay? And it's going to take some time for you to really need to constantly wiping away all the fingerprint smudges. Now, secondly, I don't like highly reflective glasses. I just felt like there's no privacy into me, okay? That's just my personal preference on that, okay? Not sure about you guys. And meanwhile, on the side frames over here, it's a plastic, okay? But the frame itself, the surface has like some different texture onto it, okay? So when you are sliding around it, yeah, you definitely can feel there's a slight different texture, which is good. Something a little bit different. And meanwhile, the buttons over here, they are clicky but plasticky as well, okay? Yeah, so definitely I think that if you're going to get it, you need to know about this thing. So the fingerprint scanner is actually the power button as well, and the display is actually a flat display. So yeah, overall the design element here, I think it suits for those who just want to get a really basic, simple, minimalistic, entry-level, mid-range smartphone. Now let's talk about the performance for this OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite. Powering it is actually the Snapdragon 695 chipset, and it has 8GB RAM here. Okay, it has 8GB RAM and supports up to additional 8GB virtual RAM as well. And for the storage, it has 256GB for the Malaysian market. Okay, I think it's plentiful enough for most users over here. Performance, I think the Snapdragon 695 chipset still delivers amazing day-to-day usage, although it's a little bit dated. Now, you definitely can feel the dated performance, especially when you are playing games. For titles, example, Genshin Impact, you can definitely see that you really either set it to the lowest with 60 frames per second, and that is also can feel like a little bit choppy at times. For me, I highly suggest that you either go for the low or the mid settings with 30 frames per second and just play it from there on, and you're going to have a really smooth frame rate gameplay with this device over here. Now, let's talk about the software part over here. Out of the box is running the Oxygen OS 13.1, okay? And then it is running Android 13 as well. So you definitely get all the latest features and updates over here. So the UI interface is good. There's not much of a bloatware. I think, for my honest opinion, most modern Android smartphones today actually deliver an exceptionally great software experience, okay? Just the only problem for most users are whether they are still remembering to use the features or not. Because there are times, there are a lot of users, they do not know there's a shortcut way to like maybe do a screenshot or other functions as well. Moving along, we need to cover the display and the audio for this device over here. Now let's start off with the display for sure. Okay, So it is using a 6.72 inches LCD display over here that supports 120Hz refresh rate over here. I think it's plentiful good enough in terms of like brightness, and also the viewing experience is tremendously good. And you also get the 120Hz refresh rate over here, which is good, giving you a really smooth scrolling experience. For the audio over here, it is using a stereo speaker. So with this price point over here, I think it's a really good deal to have a stereo speaker. I'm going to play one of my YouTube video. I'm going to let you guys listen it up. Okay, so the volume over here for the speakers, there's actually a volume booster which you can boost it up to 200%. Now first thing I'm going to play is the 100% over here.
Ooh. That's really
Now that's
cool
the ultra volume 200%.
So basically, actually, you still can use this guy here like for a storage space. Okay, so yeah, it's environmental.
Oh, one more thing for the audio department, I forgot to mention, it actually has 3.5mm headphone jack. Let's head over to the interesting part for most modern smartphone review, the cameras. Let's start off with the photography first. Now, first one, the 108 megapixel main camera over here. Now this one, it shoots really amazing photos, especially during bright time. In low light situation, yeah, you might be suffering a bit with noise and so on. But there's night mode, which also works with the selfie camera, and I think it works splendid. It boosts up the photos quite nicely, eliminates some of the noises away. All right, and the 108 megapixel photo from the rear main camera also looks amazing. Okay, hardly you are going to be complaining because it offers 3 times lossless zoom crop. Yeah, that's the power of the 108 megapixel main camera. Now for the 2 megapixel macro camera, all right, this one doesn't make it. Okay, to be honest, I don't even understand why they want to put that. Why not just put an ultra wide camera? Okay, still I need to give a review onto it. Okay, colors not accurate. Color tint sometimes just went haywire when lighting situation is not enough. Okay, and definitely you can't zoom in the photos because it's just a 2 megapixel photo. Looks nice as it is, but once you zoom in, photo quality is not really that great. Okay, and for the selfie camera, it's a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. It works quite okay when there's good lighting, but when lighting conditions are getting tougher, yeah, definitely you can see more noise appearing. So yeah, make sure to have proper lighting condition when you are using the selfie camera. Now for videography, the rear and the front camera only can capture up to 1080p 30 frames per second. Now that is a really serious bummer. Okay, so if you're planning to get this device just to like make video content, it's still possible, but don't expect the video quality to be like very amazing. Okay, so firstly, the main camera video, sufficiently enough, I would say it looks good. Okay, especially for the bright daylight time. For low light condition, I will highly suggest you really need to invest on a proper lighting equipment to assist it to shoot in low light condition. Now, meanwhile, for the front facing cameras video, they look just average. In low light condition, yeah, the selfie video is, I won't even recommend you to use it because it's too much noise and so on. Now, I also do notice there's a little bit difference when you are shooting with the selfie camera and the rear camera. I noticed that the audio pickup from the rear camera is a little bit much more stronger, because when I'm shooting with the selfie camera, I noticed that the sound is a little bit hollow. Yeah, so I'm not sure why. I think it needs some software update for this issue over here.
Hey there folks, so this video is being shot with the OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite 5G selfie camera in 1080p 30 frames per second. I'm under the hot sun. This is the video quality and the audio quality as well. What do you think about it? So let me just try to move a little bit. This is the stabilization. What do you think about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so this video is being shot with the main camera on the OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite 5G. Main camera, 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is the video quality and the audio quality. What do you think about it? Alright, so let me just move a little bit. This is the stabilization. How is it? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, so the last part I want to cover is definitely the battery. Now here, this device is packing a 5000 mAh battery. During my usage, I would definitely say, yeah, it is a pretty efficient device for battery life. Unless you are constantly shooting a lot of photos, videos, and playing games, then yeah, definitely you can expect to charge this device much more earlier. And if you need to charge this device, there's an included 67 watt Superbook charger in the box for you to charge it up. Okay, yeah, definitely the charging speed here is really fast, no doubt about it. I think less than an hour, you're definitely going to be able to start using your device with full 100%. Alright, so I need to wrap things up on this review video with my final verdict. So this OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite in Malaysia is offered in two colors, pastel lime and also in this chromatic gray. I think the colors are amazing, and for the price, is just priced at 1099 ringgit Malaysia with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. I think it's a value buy for an entry-level mid-range smartphone. Okay, definitely there are some downside, but the upside of the device definitely pull it, making it one of a really valuable entry-level mid-range smartphone you can consider today to purchase it. I just give it a solid 8 out of 10 over here. Definitely a good buy with that price point. It's amazing. Alright, so that's all for my review for this device. Special shout out thanks to OnePlus Malaysia for providing the review you need for review purposes. However, there's no cash compensation, therefore there's no approval or creative input by them. Okay, whatever I'm saying here is based on 2 weeks of using it, but there is also software updates that might be giving a little bit different experience in the future. So make sure to take note on that. And right now, I need to bid you guys farewell, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright,